Good evening, guys. I'm going to do something different to start us off in this video, just on the bigger picture stock market, because that's essentially the big brother of Bitcoin. So if the chances of that moves one way, Bitcoin's going to move that way as well. But if we just look here, I've drawn some lines on here, and what do they correspond to? They correspond to the Google search in the United States recession. So when are people researching, Googling recession? It's all over the media. People are getting concerned, so they're Googling it. Now look at this. April 2025. This is going to be one of the highest scores we have ever had. Now, that's interesting. And we've also got, let me just get that one. We've also got June 2022. We've got 2020. And we've got 2008. And unfortunately, Google doesn't go back past 2004. So we can see these spikes here. So this is when, really, essentially, the max fear is in the public, because that's why they're searching it. Now let's look how it lines up. So we've got the 2008 one. Now, this looks like you get your 20% pullback, then it slowly rolls over, and you get it search again, and it just slowly rolls all the way down. Now, this was a complete and utter collapse of the banking and everything. This was properly chaos. It wasn't like Trump's just introduced tariffs. This was a build-up in the system that just all deleveraged and everything came crashing down. So we do have this to think about. But let's look at the price action here as well. And this is on the monthly candle. Each one of these candles are a month. So you see it, search there, rolls down over months, and it plays out. And this played out from top to bottom over the course of a year and a half. So we go on, we carry on, and there's no major searches. We get little spikes here and there. You know, we can see little spikes here and there, but look, we're just taking the major pivots. Now look at the next ones. Big recession fear there. What do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 months up. Interesting. Big recession fear here. This was COVID. Everyone's Googling it. Everyone's Googling it. What do we get? Huge move up here. Now, we also get a recession fear here. On the June 2022. The move all the way down. And we're pretty much at the bottom there, apart from a wee wick below there. And what do we get? All the way move up. And what have we got here? We're now getting a spike in the recession just after this all dumps. And look at these dumps. 23%, 24%, 21%. They're all very similar. They're all relatively fast. Look, straight down, couple months. This one, a wee bit longer, 3, 6, say 6 months, 7, 8, 9. All less than a year anyway. Couple months, say 9 months. This one goes up. And then this one takes 18 months to play out. But you can see, so if we look at the price action as well, look at the difference. It's a rollover. It just slowly, just continuously bleeds down and breaks down. Whereas this is straight down. Just pretty much straight down. Straight down. So even though there is absolute mass fear right now, it's almost like this move has been done. I'm getting bullish, guys. I'm not going to lie. It might sound crazy here, but when this fear starts happening so bad, and when we're on a bull market, and if we look at Bitcoin, let's just look Bitcoin in the big picture here. Let me try and wonder if I can pull this one that's got it. So, blow off top, and we're just going to get a wee dribble, then roll over and done. Just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. And if we're looking at the stocks here, and we're looking at the recession fear, this is the mass hysteria of when the public is really fearing the recession. And if you look at it, it generally either goes up or marks the lows, or very close to the lows. Now, all these like COVID and the Great Recession, not too sure about this one. I think this was just generally the fear at the time. But this was like, you could call them black swan events, but these are things, 2008, that was a build up in the system. COVID was COVID. But if you look at this one, this is just Trump's tariffs turned on, poof, market down. If something was really, really bad, worst case scenario, Trump just goes, I'm going to just take all these tariffs off, I've made a mistake. The market will absolutely reprice and fly to the upside. So I see this as more of a man-made scenario, and rather than these ones playing out. And if you look, we're still holding up from the previous high. We're still holding the structure. So the stock market, as mad as it sounds, I feel like we're getting somewhere. And I was having a look at the VIX as well, guys. Just go into a bit more. You see these spikes up in the VIX? They spike up. We're on the weekly here, I think. Yeah. They spike up, and when they hit the red candle, or I've got them as grey, that's the top. Spike up, hit the 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 grey, that's the top. You seen a trend here? Spike up, hit the grey, that's the top. So, what have we got now? That was going back to 2008. We've got a spike up, and we've hit the grey. So we're seeing the VIX potentially putting in a top, which is a hedge against the volatility of the stock market. So it's inverse. So when the market dumps, the VIX spikes. So we're looking like a potential spike that is being done and played out on the VIX. And it's the fourth highest one that we've ever had. So that looks like it's done. Stock market, if we look at the recession fears and these measured moves and the speed of them coming down, to me, it looks like that's potentially done. Now, obviously, we have to be careful here. We want to see this keep on going up. If this rolls over, then we're probably in trouble. But if we think about it, the market, all this fear coming down, and we've got the FOMC coming up at the start of May, and we've got all the daily cycles on gold, stock market, Bitcoin, all happening around the 7th of May as well. It's almost all lined up for the FOMC to say something, but as we know, the cycles always say it ahead. So there's always, the charts show it, but then there's always a narrative to it. And right now, the charts are saying the low, or if we're not in the low now, but the low, or the kind of very close to low, comes round about the 7th of May, lines up with that. Now, it could be a higher low, but this is a 60-day cycle low. Lines up with FOMC, they give us some good news, and off it goes for the last leg. So I just wanted to give you a big picture here, just to give you another point of view. A lot of people just shout, there's the recession's coming, or this is here. I'm trying to show you different angles of how you can measure this and different points of view, and you can take away with what you can. And if it adds a bit of information to your 100% picture that you guys are building, if I've just given you a wee 5% picture there, then brilliant, superb. So we covered the stock, we covered the VIX. Let's get into Bitcoin and the liquidations that are going on. So, excuse me there. What we've got is still in this wedge. We've got the break, fake out, it's come down, faked out, shot up, and now we are consolidating. Now we are consolidating in a bull flag. Now let's just tell you a little bit about the bull flag for you that don't know. Bull flag comes up, it then consolidates in this flag pattern, and then it does a measured move, and this move here is normally the same as this move here. So it does a measured move from it. Now also on the daily, these bull flags, they tend to break around about day 6, 7, 8, 9. Any time after 6. 6 to 9 is normally a kind of sweet window. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a bull flag that's moved up, consolidated, it's got around about 70% chance of breaking out. Now, of course, 30% of the time it'll break down, but we trade and read charts on probabilities. So we have, on the technical side of things, a bull flag forming and a break of trend. Very bullish. Now, what have we got on the liquidations? Let's go on to here. So it's come up and everyone's shorting it down from here. You can see the shorts starting to pile in. So look at this level starting to develop. This is 142 million per yellow line, guys. So this big bundle here is multiple yellow lines. But we have got a little bit of liquidity down here. So it would make sense, while price is down there, just to do a sweep of that and then come up to 86, 87. So if we look at this liquidity here, it's around about 82, 83. Yeah, just below the bull flag. So it would make sense for it, Bitcoin to, I don't know what that is there, you know, potentially range here, come down, sweep that liquidity, and then come up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? I've got the magnet on, guys. Take this liquidity, come down, take that, and then work our way up. And 86, yeah, take that liquidity there. Now, once it's at 86, it then, where would it go from 86,000? So you can see it there in the 2 weekly, that is the a wee wick down here, and that is all the obvious magnet for anyone seeing that. Let me just zoom in for you guys. People on the mobile, I know around about 50% of you guys watch on the mobile, so I'll try and make it a bit more clearer for you. So you see that there, sitting there. And now let's just go on the bigger picture on the monthly. Yeah, you see it there. Obviously steps. We wick down, take this, come up, take this, and from there, it should go to here. The only thing that'll stop it from going up to that level is if price moves up here and it gets to this level and if it goes absolutely all the longs open up here, everyone just goes mental, opens up the longs, and there's a load of liquidity here. What price might do then is just flush down into it and then come and take it up there. Come up to 89. So we've got a couple of things to play out here, but I don't think it's going to come down. It might just, once it breaks out of the bear flag, that should be the move. It should just break out, maybe come down and do a retest, and then move up from there. And guys, by the time we do that, we're up here. So we're now going to start creating higher highs. So the structure of the market is starting to change into a bullish uptrend. It's just the start of it, but you can see, guys, how close we are to this. So I do not think it's very long until we see this thing just start to move. I've got the FOMC meeting here, just as a wee reference for us. Before you look at the global liquidity as well, you can see, let me try and zoom into this a little bit more for you. Look, you can see how it's playing out, can't you? I wonder if I could just line Bitcoin there. See it? It's come up. It's come down now. It's almost like it's ready to move, to come and take that liquidity. And on that bull flag, this is interesting. I've literally just noticed this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 7. That bull flag will be almost in timing range in terms of days to break out for this. It's crazy how it's all connected like that. So, yeah, let's see how things are turning out. But right now, guys, in the mass hysteria of recession and fearing greed, I'm seeing Bitcoin making higher highs, consolidating in a bull flag pattern, liquidity above it, ready to take. So the more I see this, guys, the more and more I just the more and more I'm just licking my lips like we're getting ready to go here. It's getting primed. Bitcoin's about to do something crazy. I think something's coming. It looks like it's brewing here. So guys, if you like it, hit subscribe. I'll be back again tomorrow night, same time again. Have a good one, guys. Cheers. Bye.